Now let's investigate. Blood. Ota's blood? Equipment.
A video camera and laptop.
So,
This is what the criminal used to stream.
most of this is going to be the same, right? You know, apart from the fact that she's dead. She dead.
All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. It would be difficult to determine a suspect from them.
No. We've been told that they're gotten out of the trash.
I have logged into the Wi-Fi in this warehouse. Okiura Fishery Co., Ltd. is listed as the owner.
Why does the fishery have
However,
Wi-Fi?
I found the password written directly on the router.
Why is there a
Anyone who
router
saw
in
it
this
could have used
fishery? Yes, these fish, you see. These fish need to log on to the Wi-Fi and watch the fish porn. It is vital for our company that these fish have the Wi-Fi, otherwise they don't taste so good. The secret fish sex is the secret behind why they taste so good. I don't know what that accent that was, but...
I have done some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras, the same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious.
I mean, otherwise we would have had to make up a new fishery holder with new NPCs and characters that we had to introduce. And I mean, we gotta be a little bit efficient, come on. So of course we're using the same one. I mean, what else are we supposed to do? Write more than 12 characters into this murder mystery? That would be insane, especially since 9 of them are already dead.
I checked this place point by point, but didn't find nothing.
An oil drum, unlikely to be a clue. I was gonna say, no, but when we go into Ota's memory, but no, Ota's dead. Ota's very much dead.
Old.
Yo, how
It
do
does
we
not appear to
progress
be
the story
functional.
from here? Isn't this like a super
It has
dead
not
end
been
with
moved
Ota
in
dead?
some time.
Hook on the ceiling. Shelves. More shelves.
There are only a few items on the shelf.
Is this warehouse not in use?
Nothing particularly suspicious. Apart from this box! Oh my god, it's me in there, crushed by a 5-ton weight.
Right here. Iris and Ota were.
I am sure you are already aware of Ota's time of death.
Just
No.
before I arrived. About 3:30 in the morning.
No, I am.
And the cause of death.
Being,
Right, about that.
being hacked in two.
Ota had a stab wound from a kitchen knife in his side.
Correct.
What was the exact cause of death? Was it the knife wound or...
I cannot determine that. I can conclude that the knife wound was at least close to being fatal. Even if Ota was still alive on the workbench, he was certainly on the verge of death. If he weren't already extremely weak, we would expect to see more signs of struggle.
Well, that sucks for Ota. Maybe Ota's trying to help Iris, jumping at the criminal. That led to a scuffle and Ota ended up with a knife wound in his side. He lost all his power to fight back. He was forcefully put inside the costume and finally cut open by the ice cutting machine.
But why? Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
Unknown.
Iris Nota sliced in two by ice cutting machine. Iris Nota.
Iris's estimated time of death and cause of death have been confirmed. The video was not a recording. It was a live stream, filmed in real time.
Which means Iris's time of death is 3:20 a.m.
Iris also had her left eye removed.
Yeah.
And like Renju and Shoko, Iris's left eyeball has not been recovered. Date, we should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction are checking the warehouse thoroughly. We will not find anything of importance here.
Yeah, you're right.
But where do I even go now?
You can ask CSI to inform you if they find anything.
All right.
Let me know if you find anything. I have not left the warehouse. Shinri, without Ota as a clue, and without So McGee showing up randomly in the car, what do we? Is that Peter? Yeah, what is he doing here? Looked up to me. I was trying to work it out.
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
Huh?
About the original Cyclops serial killings.
Why this all of a sudden?
Because I want you to solve this case, Mr. Date. I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice. So, if I can help you, even a little.
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
The boss was there. I couldn't speak openly in front of her. So, I decided to meet you here.
All right. Let's hear it.
Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes.
That's because it's me.
I'm absolutely certain the original Cyclops killer could
it's
not
still
have
that,
committed
right?
these crimes.
I solved this. I solved that part of the plot like
Let me explain why.
ages ago, right?
I'll
Right?
start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops killer. Although, it's more accurate to say killers.
Oh
More
shit!
than one?
Is that leak
In the
credibility
first
of my
series
theory?
of killings, the culprit had an accomplice.
That there's several
One of them
killers
was
now?
born a murderous psychopath. The other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras. They each had a role to play. The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball.
But who was the original killer? Me.
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust.
Do I need a PhD
It
to
is
play this
colloquially
game?
referred to as the love hormone.
I don't know.
It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves mood and relieves stress. It is normally secreted when the body makes contact with an object of affection, such as an embrace or caress.
I'm sure you know what this implies, but he was unable to feel love in the way that we do. However, he was able to experience a substitute.
Choice
His
of
brain
murder?
was wired in such a way that allowed him to feel satisfaction through other means. Due to the unique idiosyncrasies of his brain, he was able to release large amounts of dopamine and endorphins by performing a certain action.
What was it?
Murder.
Dopamine is a hormone linked to the reward system of the brain.
How do you
Pleasant feeling attained through accomplishment
how do
is
you
dopamine.
discover that murdering someone
Endorphins
gives you a
are
large
kind
amount of
brain
dopamine?
narcotic. They dull pain and create a feeling of happiness.
I guess you're one of those children that murders
He got
cats.
pleasure from killing people?
It's slightly more complicated than that. Killing people was the only way he could get pleasure. He was 12 when he took his first life. that enlightened him to the pleasure of murder, which he would do again and again.
Oh, so what's this barrier, Peter? This is very, very important right now. Oh, it's a hologram barrier, okay.
That, I don't know.
The details of the original Cyclops serial killings case have become nebulous over time. Even the official investigation material contains nothing of value. I am unable to draw any conclusions from them.
You really have no idea?
If I did, I would tell you.
Because they remade him into the cop.
18 years ago, Rohan took a woman's eye. She was already dead. He put his finger into her eye socket and gouged it out. The reason why was simple. He was fascinated by women's eyes. Their beauty stimulated his greed and his desire to possess them.
Don't tell me he
needed
fucked
to
the eye
have
hole.
to
Please.
make them his own.
Please.
Driven by this instinctive impulse, he took the woman's eye. From then on, he acquired a grotesque obsession with the eyes of dead women. He was very particular about his need that the eye belonged to a deceased woman. But even being the head of a Yakuza gang, there weren't too many opportunities for him to indulge. His deepest, darkest desire went unfulfilled for years. However, he soon met his ideal partner, the aforementioned psychopath. The Cyclops killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the eye. Thus, a mutually beneficial relationship was established. This was the origin of the Cyclops serial killings. At about the same time, you were assigned to Abyss.
Yeah, give me... What? So am I the killer or not? We still
The
are very
original
clear about
Cyclops
that.
killer had an accomplice.
There were 2 Cyclops killers.
And one of them was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
Rohan committed suicide by jumping to his death 1 year ago.
That means... Pewter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead, I know that. But that means one remains. Who is he?
After his 4th murder, he was arrested by the police. They actually picked him up on other charges. But, in any case, he is currently serving a life sentence in Fuchu prison.
Fuchu prison?
Yes.
Is it the
What's his name?
guy that called us?
In prison, he doesn't have a name. He is simply called Number 89.
Number 89.
I know who killed Shogun Adami.
So, now you know why I said that. That the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. Because one is dead, and the other is behind bars. Neither of them had the opportunity.
But why was it left unsolved? Why didn't they just say we... Oh no, he doesn't know. So was it a cover-up for me? I'm still very, very sure that actually the original killer was me. Anyway, let's go home. I want to have a sleep to think about all of this. Maybe meet the best character in the game again. My daughter. Is she here? She is. Curled up on a sofa. She looks like a small animal frightened by a predator. About Iris. About this random fishery warehouse.
Mizuki must know. About Iris and Ota.
Of course. The news was distributed heavily across the internet. Not just in Japan, but worldwide. 3 days ago, Mizuki discovered her mother's body. 2 days ago, her father's. This morning, 2 of her best friends. It is completely understandable that she is at her mental limit.
Can I be left alone for a while?
Are you okay?
Of course she's not.
Yeah.
Turns in what universe would she be okay? Every person she knew,
contact Abyss.
she befriended,
See if
apart
they
from
can
us,
get
got
Mizuki a good
murdered.
counselor.
Understood.
Yeah, no, I'm alright. It's just a regular Tuesday for me. I stayed with her for a little while, but we didn't speak. Having nothing more to say, I left. Oh god, we now need to... Oh no. Oh no, we need to tell his mum, who's going to forget that her son is dead. Oh god, that's horrible. The place was sound, so quiet. I felt like I could hear a floating dust. I stepped inside. I thought it was empty, but I saw a shadow in the corner of my eye. It wasn't Mayumi. It was like watching a decaying old tree cling pathetically to the earth. You want to talk? Of course not.
This is your fault. I heard from the police. Because you didn't take care of Iris. My boy Ota got involved.
Date, I looked into the investigation report. Mayumi confirmed Ota's body early this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone right now. Did you not hear me? I said leave!
Date, let's go. She is in no state to talk.
The only good thing about
Yeah,
this is that
you're right.
it's not good. If as soon as we reach a dead end, we can get the fuck out of this shit timeline. I was just taking out a phone to me with a hollow look in her eyes. She had me in and asked me to sit on the sofa. I agreed and sat down, but after that I couldn't say a single word. The heavy silence weighed on both of us.
Iris was my everything. We always went everywhere together. Whether it was buying clothes, or going to the movies, or taking a walk, or going shopping at the supermarket. When she was young, she would just hold one of my fingers. Her hand was too small to hold mine. Then it was 2, then 3, and finally she could hold my hand. But eventually, she left my hands altogether. She started crossing her arms, being independent, even though she needed constant attention growing up. Her memories are a part of this room. And always will be. When she was a baby, she fell off that sofa and cried and cried. One day she tore up her picture book all over the floor here. Another time she drew with crayons all over the window. She painted my portrait on Mother's Day. Scratches on the floor, chipped plates, burn marks on the table, stains on the cushions. Everything you see. It all holds a memory of her. But why?
Hitomi, my entire focus is on this case. Is there anything at all you can tell me?
I don't know if this is important, but
No, please, tell me.
I may have told you this already. I met Renju's wife Shoko twice before. The first time at the wedding, the second time a month ago. That second time was in the waiting room of the prison.
Prison?
There's an acquaintance of mine from when we were younger. I visit them a few times a year. And by coincidence, I saw Shoko. I don't think she noticed me, but I recognized her as Renju's wife right away. She was there for the same reason I was, to visit one of the inmates.
Do you know who?
No, I don't. We didn't talk.
Which prison?
Fuchu Prison, in Tokyo.
Fuchu.
Prison?
Tokyo?